Hello, everyone. Welcome to the pre-show of the Codex podcast. As usual, I'm your host, Sonny Kruger. I'm joined by my co-hosts, Uncle Gary and Mighty Mike.
Yes, sir. Glad to be here with
yeah,
you, Sonny.
Yeah, some might say that you guys, or some might say that this show is my pride and joy. So that's
some would say that.
I saw what you did there. Well,
Yeah.
tonight we're going to entertain you.
That's right. Yeah, perfectly worded. Because today we will be reviewing Pride and Joy by Garth Ennis and John Higgins.
By Garth Ennis, that guy right there has signed it.
You know, I don't have
Nice.
mine signed by Ennis, so
It says cheers like he always does. He always says
Yeah.
cheers. Yeah.
Nice. How many times have you met? You met him one time, or how many times have you met?
oh,
Man, what,
A lot
half a
of time.
dozen at least?
Yeah.
if he's in Baltimore, I'm up there like I'm like a stalker. I'm like
Every
up
year.
there.
Every year he's a ball. Mike and I have to add up how many years we've been to Baltimore. That'll tell us how many times
Yeah.
we've seen at least a half a dozen.
Yeah.
At least.
So I'm taking
We'll
it's
see
pretty
him-
cool if you see him multiple times. Then.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
We'll see him again this year too. He'll be there this year.
Yeah. And he's one of the keepers of the war books as far
Mhm.
as keeping new ones coming out. And so always talking to him about what his latest project is and stuff like that. And he always has the greatest things. So
Nice.
one of my favorites.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of good stuff. And I won't get too deep into it, but it's gonna be an interesting review. I'm excited to go for Pride and Joy with you guys. And yeah, I know you've been wanting me to get to it for a while, so at least I've gotten to it. Today we review Pride and Joy.
You had to read it online, right?
Yes, so I had to read it online. And then actually you have the book.
So does Mike. Yep.
Do you got the book too? Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
So there you
Pride
go,
and
Pride
Joy.
and Joy. And of course, we have the usual schedule. You know, we have someone joining the F list. Let's see, we got Mr. Keith in comments. Hello.
Well,
He's-
Mr.
Hope you're
Keith,
doing good.
sir.
And of course, we have a random panel of the week. I was trying to trick Uncle Gary, but he wasn't falling for it. I am the man with the 5 statements for right or wrong today. Of course, having a random panel of the week.
Sonny's trying to turn the tables on us. He sent the link out late. He's trying to give us some of our own medicine, Mike.
Yeah, you know it.
Yeah, he's taking this to another level.
Gotta keep you
Sonny
guys on your
the
toes a
benevolent.
little bit. Yeah.
Sonny the Benevolent. Look at him.
The benevolent one.
The benevolent one. He's going from malevolent. He's just mama's little deviant. Now he's being malevolent to everyone.
Just Sonny the Innocent.
How's your mom doing?
She's doing good. Yeah. So this weekend, me and Maria and some of her friends, we went for a walk for
Good.
scleroderma. Let's walk to raise awareness for scleroderma. It's the disease on my hair. So it was a good turnout. We had more of us there than we had last year. And raised a little bit of money. I'm not the best person raising money. I'm in film. They say, people think, it's so easy. I'm not the best at it. But this year we raised a lot more than we did last year. And like I said, did the walk again. And, more people even agreed to do it next year. So
Awesome.
We need to go on that with him, Mike, and I'll be in a vehicle with a fishing pole, and I'll have a fishing pole out in front of Sonny, and there'll be an action figure dangling on it. And as the truck will speed up, as he gets closer and closer, the vehicle will speed up, and he'll just keep reaching for it because he just wants to get it and crunch it.
be like the guy from Terminator.
Yeah.
Run me. But yeah, it's the walk on it isn't long. You could either do a 1 mile or you could do a 3 mile. So we did the 3 mile, but yeah.
Or if you're Eminem, you could do an 8 mile.
There you go. Yeah.
Nice.
Thank you. I'll be here all
Just
the
gotta
week.
Make sure just
Try
don't
the
lose
veal.
yourself. Yeah, just don't lose
Oh,
yourself.
Sonny threw something in there. Very
Yeah.
nice. Very nice.
Yeah, so guys, any comic books you've been getting this week, or are you gonna show them off on Unleashed later?
Well, last week. I read the best single issue I've read all year. I don't know if Mike's read it yet, but the Titans Annual. It's the best Titans story I've read since Wolfman and Perez. And
Wow.
it leaned heavily into Wolfman and Perez. Mike, did you get a chance to read it?
I have not yet.
Oh, man. By Mr. Phil Jimenez, who did a great job, and he leans heavily into Perez and Wolfman, and is very much like Perez, and it is a wonderful story. Took me back to the 80s with that book. So
That's good to hear.
loved it. Loved that book.
I didn't get to show you this cover yesterday, today, Gary.
Let me make it a bit bigger.
Oh, shoot. Is that one Rob got for you?
It's one of the ones. Yeah, well, he got it, but I bought it off of him.
Oh, nice. What book is it for?
The CD or something like that. I'm not sure. It's some independent book, I think.
Okay, it's Nicholas Surdsey, right?
Yeah.
But wow, that is awesome.
Isn't that great?
Love the phallic
It is.
nature of it, and just the looks like a Sydney Sweeney.
Yeah, classic.
She's on a rocket ride.
I tell you, that commercial that Sydney Sweeney does, that Sydney's my Sweeney.
She could definitely be a power girl.
Yeah. She has power over me.
Have you?
I think over many. I don't think you're too alone.
When you look at her, do you get a sense of euphoria? See what I did there?
I feel the blood rush out of my head.
Yeah. It's going someplace else. Have you seen Euphoria?
I did.
Yes. Yeah. That's
Sonny, have you?
Yeah. Watch the whole thing. Well, the 2 seasons.
What'd you say? Sydney Sweeney's got 2 reasons to watch it. Is that what you said?
Hoofa.
Well, she does.
Yeah.
Very nice eyes.
I love it when the eyes are just bouncing around. Yeah.
Well, the eyes have it.
Yes, they do. Yes. No, that's a tough show though. That is a tough show, and I know
it's definitely wild.
supposed to be coming back, and one of the main characters died. So
yeah.
that's
It's been taking
tough.
so long between
Yep.
seasons 2 and 3. So
Yep.
Yeah. Now they've become
Zendaya's going to
big
be in a
stars.
nursing home by the time it films.
Okay, hold on a second. Can you make me big again?
All right, let's make it. Let's make it even bigger.
It's
Very
it's
bigger. But let's see
book
you
of
bigger.
pinups.
Wow. Hello.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what that book was?
Yeah,
Wow.
it's all his pinups. There's a Ghostbuster.
Those are busted. Yep.
Wow.
You just distract everyone with those pictures.
There we go.
Nice
That's a
eyes.
squirrel girl I could get behind.
Yeah. Bushy tail and all.
Yep.
I wonder if Dan Kelly likes that squirrel girl, because I know he really doesn't like the other squirrel girl.
Yeah.
Wow. So that's a book of pinups.
Well,
That's
that's a good
cool.
book. That's a good book. You made a
Your
nice
cover, the cover you got was really awesome too.
Which
The-
one? The lowest cover.
The lowest one.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That was a great cover. The Aquaman one signed. The lowest one was signed by DNA.
Yeah, that was pretty awesome.
That was pretty great.
Guys, I have to step away for one moment or a few moments. Just distract everybody for a little bit.
All right. So while Sonny's away, let's talk about all the bad things that we have planned for Sonny. We're gonna ambush him. We're gonna talk about his beard. He does not have the best beard. He said he had the best beard on his little thing. Did you see that, Mike?
Yeah, I did. I saw that.
He does not have the best beard.
No.
He's not
I
even
did like his green wig though.
his green wig. Yeah,
Yes.
he can grow hair and get it cut just as quick as anybody I've known. So
Oh.
he's kind of like Bruce Banner. It's just his hair turns green.
Yes, exactly.
Which I
Did
guess.
Rob talk to you about that DCKO?
No.
Okay. Pretty interesting concept.
Can we say live on air with DCK?
Yeah, so evidently the story is Darkseid comes back, Darkseid, whatever you want to call him. Darkseid comes, and I think it's also an universe kind of thing, Elseworlds. If I have it right, he comes there, and nobody has the power. No single hero has the power to stop him. So they have the power to give one hero all the superheroes' powers. So in order to find out who that person is going to be, they have a tournament. So they have like a tournament of champions, and they fight to see who is the one who can wield that ultimate power.
Why aren't we just giving it to Superman and just calling it a day?
Because Nightwing is there.
Okay.
Because Batman carries kryptonite in his belt. But
Well-
there's like a bracket and stuff like that from what I heard and stuff. So should be pretty interesting. It's a cool concept. It's new.
Well, and what heroes are there? I mean, are we including cosmic hero? Like the Spectre? Are we including him because he could? He might be able to take Darkseid by himself.
Well, he is the spirit of vengeance.
Mm-hmm. Though Darkseid did take from him to for his creation of the new universes. He used the miracle machine and siphoned power from the Spectre. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
So look forward to seeing what that may entail. I haven't got into this week's books yet that I just took home. I've read everything from I'm caught up, so I look forward getting into them.
Yeah, me too. I haven't. Why not use Combo Man?
Was that a Marvel thing from this? Wasn't that a Marvel thing from the 80s or 90s where they were combining Marvel heroes with their
the amalgam?
No, it wasn't amalgam. It was like an ad with the was it an ad that went along with the combos
The combo snack food?
Yeah, I think it might have been a Marvel ad that went along with that.
Oh.
So very interesting indeed. So it's a good thing we were both on with Sonny when he took a powder like this, because if just one of us, it's just an internal monologue.
I know.
It could go bad. It could go very bad.
It could still go very bad.
It could still go very bad. All right. Well, we can plot and plan, and we should go online right now and find out which books had the most variants.
Yeah. Well, let me Google that right now.
Google that right now. I know we have a few guesses already.
Yeah.
So he's gonna do that, or oh shit, he's back. Plans ruined.
Oh, sorry, I have ruined you guys' plans to try to sabotage the show. Real quick.
Booge, I don't know if we talked to you. Yeah, it was running towards the door. That's exactly what happened.
Broken action figure was not running towards the door. The
chameleon got away. And Booge, I don't know that we were on live with you last week, but I know it was your birthday last week. I hope you had a good birthday, buddy.
Hey, I hope you had a happy birthday.
The happy belated.
Yeah.
We told you on the day. You just weren't here to acknowledge it, but we were thinking about you, brother.
And then when it came, I guess you guys were talking a bit about DCKO.
Yeah.
The Combo Man.
You say he's Combo Man, or let's see, you could defeat Darkseid. Yeah.
Well, they could use Gary's favorite, Dial H for hero.
Yeah. Oh, Jesus. Darkseid can wipe out the whole universe. Kill that guy.
Kid said, did either of you get the free comics that came with Charleston Chew 30 years ago?
Man, I don't remember.
Oh.
I don't remember at all. I just found the other day. I found a few of the Wizard half issues. I got a Lady Rawhide and a Vampirella Wizard little half issues that I just found, and a box of stickers, American flag stickers from First Comics, early '80s. So
make it bigger. Yeah, a little bit bigger.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I tell you what I used to do all the time though is the thing that in the back it would be like send in $1.99 for 1,000 toy soldiers and stuff like that. I would order all those, and they would always be like really trashy stuff. You get exactly the whole $1.99 worth.
There you go. Nice, Booze. I'm glad y'all had a good day.
Nice.
And,
I had a good one.
If we rule, it's because people like you are in our corner. So thank you, brother. Appreciate you. Every daggone day, not just on your birthday.
Yes, we do. We appreciate you all for joining us. We love the comments. We love, even if you don't feel like commenting, just watching. Always good. We appreciate it.
Yeah, we appreciate those of you that suffer in silence. It's just fine too.
Yeah. We try not to make you suffer too much, but I'll give you some advice on not to suffer so much. Sloppy Joe's. Sloppy Joe was good. I had Sloppy Joe on cinnamon bread earlier today, and it tasted very good. But it sent me to the bathroom a few times.
It's making you suffer. Sloppy Joe's making you suffer.
On cinnamon bread, that's an interesting combo.
Yeah.
Well, there we go. We're back to combo again.
Back to combo.
Go.
Yeah.
So that's how you defeat Darkseid. Sloppy Joe's on cinnamon bread, and then he's not in the fight anymore.
Yeah, he's gonna have to take a few restroom breaks. So
He's not
and no
dark.
buns, so you said.
He's dark poopy pants.
Man, hey,
Can't defeat the Brown Lantern.
yeah.
Brown, Brown Lantern it is.
The Brown Lantern can beat him.
Brown Lantern.
Yeah, so that came out. That came out today. Oh, there we go. That came out today, right? The DC KO.
Not yet.
No.
Oh,
No, one of our partners brought back ash cans from San Diego Comic-Con.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's also in the DC Connect this week.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think those are 2 months out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I actually I actually went to a comic shop today after.
DC Connect.
Here we go. DC
Yeah.
Connect.
There we go.
I got there, and I got
Zombies.
Marvel's big one. Well, what's going on?
Oh.
Yeah. I got the after I went to that walk, for a cure for scleroderma. I was like, hey, I'm by the comic shop. I got to take a quick stop, and then I actually got some comic books, guys.
Uh-oh.
Oh,
Yeah, only
shit.
two. I was looking. They didn't have the X-Men Age of Revelation yet, so I'm still on the hunt for that. I'll get it, but I did happen to get the history of the DC universe.
Straight book, wraparound cover. Yep.
Got the wraparound for number 1 and for number 2.
Nice. Shiny. You got the shiny ones.
Yes, I got some shinies.
I like the Chinese.
Who doesn't love a good reach around? I mean, wrap.
Thank God.
I think of the line from Full Metal Jacket. But I won't say that on the show. But also my nephew Little Eddie's birthday is coming up this weekend. He's 8 years old, and he's into the Monster Jam trucks. So
Does he like gladiator movies?
The Gladiator? I mean, he's more into superhero stuff.
That's an airplane reference.
But he is into monster trucks, and his uncle who hosts a podcast about comic books had to get him some,
Monster
Venom.
Jam.
That's cool.
Venom one had to make the slab guy sale jealous.
You don't play with it first, so he gets it in one piece.
I'm keeping it in the package. And there's one with Captain America and Black Panther.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
nice.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I got another one coming in the mail, but so like I said, I gotta get him into. Well, he does like superhero stuff. He sees like some of the movies and stuff, but
So you're combining the superheroes with the vehicles. I don't blame you.
yeah. So I saw those and I said, hey, I've got to give him some stuff. And yes, booze, yep, Slavic Joe and cinnamon bread. Yeah.
That's a unique combination.
Yeah. Well, so is Sonny. He's a Mexican,
English Irishman.
Irishman. So that's as crazy as it gets.
Mr. Keith says new recipes: Sunny Cinnamon Sloppy Joes. There you go. They're good, but they do some damage to you.
Wow. They'll serve those on the soccer pitch, it won't be good. Dinner and dessert in the same meal.
Like I said, you need something to get Darkseid and get him to leave the fight.
Give him one of those.
Depends work too, probably.
Yeah.
But I don't want to be wearing it. I don't want to be sitting here with you guys.
There you go.
I really thought this story was.
Sonny's method. He's a method actor.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
He'll do anything for his art.
Yeah. Oh my God.
The things they do. Yeah. Were you guys here? I know, Mike, this is before you were a part of Codex, but Uncle Gary, were you here when Archduke Kevy was pouring a drink during one of the episodes of, I'm not sure if it was After Dark or if it was Comic Character of the Week, when they were showing a picture, he was pouring a drink, but it sounded like something else.
Oh, nice. Hold on, guys.
maybe so. It sounds vaguely familiar.
Oh, that's too funny.
Yeah, someone who was talking just said, you took a drink, and then at least it went back and he was pouring a drink. But good times.
That was his cover. Yeah.
But speaking of the good old Archduke who helped us all meet, go to Comic Character of the Day's Facebook page. It's where many of us met. So Codex would be very different if we were not members of Comic Character of the Day.
Yeah. So it's Archduke Kevy's fault.
Yeah, that's all his fault.
Blame him. Blame him for this mess. this menagerie that is Codex Station. Archduke Kevy put us in place to be introduced to one another.
Yes,
so it's always good to know who you can blame in life.
Yeah. And there you feel free. You can catch us on all the socials at the Codex Station.
We've got them all. We're dripping with them.
Oh, yes,
we want to give them to you, baby.
Just like we've also got a site, www.thecodexstation.com, where you can get the merch, you can meet the team, and so much more. And now, guys, it's been a little while. We've had some good chatting to do. And now I think it's time to get
Did you say good chatting to do?
We actually, I should say we chatted pretty well.
We chatted. We chatted.
Oh, it's time to jump
one
out
of
to
us
the actual
chatted.
show. It's time to jump out to the actual show.
It's just a funky beat.
That is a funky beat. I like it.
Good job, Sale.
Mm-hmm.
Or Uncle Gary, are you just being, trying to be humble, giving it all to Sale?
I like it. It's very it's contagious.
It is contagious.
It is contagious. I actually like it. I think what Sal has done with the graphics and design and everything else, he's done a hell of a job on the station. So.
Sal does, man. Sal doing with all the editing, giving the intros to different shows, to different segments.
Mm-hmm. The beginnings to Comic Character of the Week are becoming practically cinematic. I have to get pop. I feel like I need popcorn and soda to sit back and watch it.
Get your popcorn ready.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So last week was the
Phantom Stranger.
Yeah. And then tomorrow is
Forge.
Nice.
Sonny, you should be on that show as much as you love your X-Men.
I was looking at them. I'm like, what would I pick for top 3 covers, top 3 stories? Yeah, Forge has got some good stories, good covers. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if it's.
Tell you what, I'm trying to narrow down some badass moments. So why don't you let me know, and I can at least do one for you.
Cool, man. Yeah. All right then.
I don't even know who that character is.
What was it?
He's the Cheyenne Vietnam vet who's got the artificial leg and
he makes weapons.
Yep. Yeah, anything he thinks of, he can make. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And made a weapon that takes away mutants' powers, and that weapon was used on Storm and took her powers, and then Storm and Forge got together, had a relationship, and then it was altered when she found out he's the one that created that weapon.
Wow.
Life Death.
Yeah. That's a must read.
Yeah, I'm like, okay. I'm pretty sure that's a story I'm going to see on that list of recommended reading.
Yeah, you'll see that. Probably everybody will have that one. Yeah.
So a little preview for what's to come tomorrow. What do you check out? Comic Character of the Day, Forge, tomorrow on the Codex Station.
Yep.
And today we are reviewing, what's that book, guys?
Pride
and Joy. Garth Ennis.
Yeah, and before
Higgins.
Yes, and before that, we'll be having the usual schedule of, we'll be having the F list, we'll be having a random panel of the week, get ready to see Batman's Batpoon, right or wrong, and like I said in the pre-show, I tried to trick Uncle Gary, but he wasn't falling for it. I'm the man with the 5 statements for right or wrong. If I told you guys when I jumped off the pre-show and I was writing my 5 statements, would you believe me?
Yes.
You could. Because I was going to try to blame it on the Sloppy Joe with the bread.
Well, you could be doing both. Yeah.
We can do both.
Multitask.
Yeah.
When he reads his 5 statements off of toilet paper, we'll know for sure. He was multitasking.
I've
always got my Codex notebook.
Oh,
look at that. The Codex notebook.
That's right.
Notebook. Wow. Look at that.
Yeah, all you got to do is just get a plain black notebook or any color you want, and then get one of those Codex stickers.
Nice.
Sonny made it look official. Man,
that's right.
He's shaming us.
Yeah.
Guys, I've been using this notebook since the station began.
Wow.
And then, I added the sticker to it because in the beginning, when there was no stickers, no websites, just a YouTube page. Yeah, I've been around a long time. And look at that. Speaking of the old days, look at those eyes. Who's watching us? It's Jamie.
Ooh.
Yep.
Perfect time for me to say actually it was Jamie's fault, and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't because of the sloppy joes or cinnamon bread or Reynolds or Stevens. It was Jamie's fault.
Jamie just woke up.
Yep.
He doesn't know what's going on. He just woke up. He just crawled out of bed. So
We've all been there, right, guys?
he's half asleep. He doesn't know. He works that night shift.
I can say I've never been in bed with Jamie, so I don't know what that's like, Sonny, but to each his own. You know, hey.
It's just odd.
Jamie says he can rectify that.
Well, guys, we will be having panel week. Alex, I'll be doing the 5 statements. Sale, of course, is giving me the info for Variant Insanity. And, of course, there's been a bit of news. This week wasn't full of news, but we've got some of it. I'll start us off after I read that next statement. Jamie just says, yep.
Yep.
And it's time to start the comic book news with the rundown. And start off the news. He says lies, Mike.
Lies, Mike.
Well, some things I want to keep private, Jamie, you know? Just, you know.
Was Jamie going to rectify it or rectify that?
We'll let you keep your secrets. Remember, guys, no king shaming here at the Codex.
No king shaming. Whatever's in your past is behind you.
Yeah. Even if it's literally behind you.
That's right.
Literally, physically.
That's
But, guys, our comic book news. Venom's got a new look. And there it is. So it'll be featured the first time. This new Venom outfit will be featured in Battle World number 3. And as you can see, that's a variant cover for Venom number 252. It's looking more like a kind of strong Spider-Man with a bit of almost Carnage face. Doesn't really look like, to me, it doesn't really look like Venom.
Yeah.
Wasn't Venom Mary Jane a minute ago? I don't know what's going on anymore.
It changes a lot. But yeah, so that's Venom's new look. And then also, when it comes to the Justice League, let's move over to DC. Justice League is getting some new writers. And it is Nicola Maines and Jadzia Axelrod. They're going to write a new Justice League that is set to come out in 2026.
Ooh.
And then going back to Marvel, there's some Punisher news about the Punisher series. Some photos were leaked from the set. John Bernthal has been sporting a beard.
Nice.
You know, maybe it was inspired by the Sunisher. Maybe not, but who knows? You know, they're not giving me any credit for it, though. But hey,
Nothing?
Shown with nothing. But he was shown with the beard, and also there's some pictures that people are saying they may believe who the villain is of the show. Due to pictures, I can tell you right now, and that is that Manucci may be the villain because there was pictures of Chloe Sevigny, the actress, by John Bernthal, and she's in a wheelchair. So, and then also there was pictures that you saw that was seen like of a restaurant, and it said something about the Nucci family restaurant.
Magnucci.
Nice.
So it may be the villain if everything's right. I know, you know, sometimes there's images online. It's like, oh no, that was fake. Like some of the Lobo pictures on the set turned out to be fake. But if this is true, it looks like Manucci would be the villain in the Punisher series. Welcome back, Frank. You know how we're going to be reviewing Pride and Joy by Garth Ennis. Welcome back, Frank. Garth Ennis' run on the Punisher was truly epic. So I love the story with her. So if the show follows that storyline, I think it could be really good. And also some more news comes down to Spider-Punk. Spider-Punk will be getting a Spider-Punk animated feature is in development at Sony.
Well, Spider-Punk's an interesting look and an interesting character, so let's see what happens.
Yeah, and for Spider-Punk, it would be the actor Daniel Kaluuya. He was known for being in the movie Get Out, and he was also in Black Panther, and he's also in Judas and the Black Messiah. He voiced Spider-Punk, and he's again going to be going forward with it. So he may be voicing Spider-Punk again, and also the other The other person who will be working on it is Ajon Singh, who's from something called Primetime. So the two of them both of them will actually be writing it. So it's not sure if Daniel will be playing Spider-Punk again, but he is one of the writers for it.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, let's go. Any Spider character seems to do well. So
yeah, some good old fun. That could be good. Obviously, it's a little bit away, but hey, if it comes out, it could be good. And then Codex says, James says, Alaska trips. Keep telling them that.
Yep, you
Mike,
know it.
for you.
well, it's cold in Alaska.
It is cold.
Sometimes you need somebody in that sleeping bag to keep you warm.
They say the best way to get body heat is you got to be naked, though.
You got to be naked.
Around.
You know.
Yep.
Though the one time with the polar bear didn't work out so well.
No.
Not for Manucci. She doesn't have a good pass to polar bears. And Mr. Keith is here, and he says, I feel like the multiverse variants of characters getting movies can be derivative, but I could be seeing this working really well. Yeah, I think it's just one of those kind of up in the air things for me. Maybe it'll turn around and surprise me. Like, I'm not going to be as excited for Spider-Punk as I am for the next Spider-Man live-action movie, but like I said, it could turn around and be good. So
brand new day, right?
Didn't we see a new costume for Tom Holland?
There was, I think, a bit of that it's going to be.
And Tom Holland looked like he was old enough to shave now.
Yeah.
He's almost as old as me. He's a bit young. He is younger than me, but yeah, I think he may be shaving pretty soon. But yeah,
so Tom Holland's in his 40s.
He's a little bit younger, so he's in his 20s, I believe.
He's in his 20s. Sonny's in his 40s.
No, not for a while. It will still be a while. Me and Jamie, I got a while, and then a year after me, then Jamie joins it. So when I join the 40s, I'll say, Jamie, you got 1 year to enjoy being in your 30s while I'm in my 40s.
Wow, you're pretty convinced you're gonna make it to 40. That action figure rebellion happens, they're gonna kill you.
Hopefully I make it in this life, but if not, and I carry on and I'm above, I'll look down and be like, guys, I'm 40.
The action figures will come out of all their hiding places and they will take revenge one night. Yeah.
I'm my grave, leave action
figures. Only have one arm.
I know. Arg.
Just on my grave, just leave a bunch of action figures and nice things. Every now and then, maybe my hand will pop up.
Getting off all the middle fingers.
Maybe every now and then on the grave, my hand will pop up to play with them a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes it happens. Sometimes you're playing with your figures and the middle finger breaks off.
I guess it just happens that way.
And then sometimes, you get into wrestling and then they all got capes and it's like, take this cape off of them so they can move better. Yeah. And Bruce says, the world needs more punk rock heroes. Yeah, I could agree with that. And Mr. Keith agrees with that as well.
Yep.
And Talking Geeks, the Spider-Man costume teaser. Yes, there's a new Spider-Man teaser. Guys, so let's see what's going on with that other stuff. Like I said, Venom's new look. And then also, I'm going to get on to the Justice League being written. So Nicola Maines and Jadzia Axelrod, like I said, they're going to be writing the new Justice League series. And the roster is set to feature Dreamer, Galaxy, Star Sapphire, Green Arrow, and Adam Strange.
That is the most unusual lineup since I believe when we had the James Robinson Bagley one where we had the blue skinned Starman and Congo Rilla and Donna Troy and I think Nightwing and Supergirl and Captain Marvel Jr. in Arsenal. So it's a departure of the regular league, but
hey, Richard is joining us.
Interesting.
Hey,
Richard.
Yeah, it is an interesting, different team. And then Nicola Maines, who actually played Dreamer in the Supergirl show, is writing it. So she plays the character and is writing the character as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And she's the one that played in the Supergirl show?
Yep. And that the character Dreamer was actually the first trans character to be in a live action superhero show. And that Nicole was the one who played her and is now bringing her to the comic books and to join the Justice League. So I feel like with her playing Dreamer, that the character will definitely have a big part in this series.
Oh, Cry for Justice. Well, that's a great story.
Oh, Cry for Justice is an amazing story.
We should do that one day.
I was going to say I haven't read it, so maybe it sounds like we
should. Sonny, that's a hell of a story.
Yeah,
that's almost as blood and guts as the one we read today.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So wait, I was going to guess it's a Justice League story, but when you said all the blood and guts, I don't know.
It is a Justice League story.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's just really good. Not as much blood and guts as today, but there's death. There's some death in it.
All right, well, I'm interested. And before we move on, Richard's coming in with a quick guess for Variant Insanity. He's coming in with TMNT with 23 variants.
Oofa.
Came in strong with
like Bull.
Thunder, yeah. Strong like Bull.
All right, but guys, that's getting me thinking about Variant Insanity. But was there anything else with the news you wanted to go over again a little bit sooner, a bit quick?
No, I think.
Mike, did you have any news?
No, I think you've hit the high points.
All right, then, guys, it's time to get a little insane.
Sorry.
All right, guys. You know the rules. Take a guess which comic book you think had the most variants this week. And yeah, we had Richard jumping in earlier, ready with TMNT with 23 variants.
I think Thundercats with 16 variants.
Okay, Mighty Mike going with Thundercats with 16.
I'm going to say Archie versus Minor Threats with Blackjack, 21.
21.
And Richard jumping into Right or Wrong, saying True Codex is the best comic book YouTube channel.
Richard, we appreciate you.
Yep.
I give that a star.
We have the best viewers, if nothing else.
That is right, we do. So anybody else with some guesses as to which comic book this week had the most variants? And Mr. Keith comes in with Thundercats. I'm going with 24.
He's going. Mike, how many did you say for Thundercats?
16.
16. Okay.
All
So
right.
Mike and Mr. Keith are on the same page.
All right, then, everybody. Let me give you a little bit of time. And, okay. Time goes 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. The comic book this week that had the most variants is
Thundercats. Look at that.
There's
Is
Thundercats.
Lionel doing his best Fabio?
Yeah,
Yes.
he's modeling for that one. So there we go. Thundercats wins again. Thundercats number 17. And I'll take a guess as to how many variants.
More than
How many-
17.
How many did you go with?
I had 16.
16.
Mr. Keith had 24.
I'll say 21.
I got 21. All right. Boosh earlier had come on with Space Ghost / Quest with 24. I think that was it last week.
That's been a good book. I've been really enjoying Space Ghost Johnny Quest.
And then
Hey, Adam.
regular comics.
Yeah.
All right. So, and before, okay, so Richard had gone with, after he said TMNT, he went with 23 variants. So, this week, Thundercats number 17 had, I'll give you the countdown, the 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Richard's it does see. Richard's doubling down with that 23. Richard, you are correct.
Oh,
23.
Thundercats number 17 had 23 covers this week. So
Wow.
congrats, you got that one exactly right.
good job. Good job. And did Richard also have Thundercats?
Before it was going with TMNT.
Oh, yeah. Okay. So
You
you
got the number right.
still got the number right. And 2 people got Thundercats right. So
good. They were of a lot of winning. They have a lot of winning. So there you go. Because the Thundercats and TMNT are usually good bets. That somewhere in the month, both of those are going to win.
it's so rare when it's not a Dynamite book.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, if you notice, remember there was a time when they were having trouble finding a distributor, and then for like almost a month it was Marvel and DC, and now they've been back. They must have found their distributor because
Lunar.
Dynamite's been dominating again.
It's Lunar.
Well,
And they even put out their own catalog this month.
oh, there you go. So now we have Lunar to thanks for Dynamite taking over, dominating again.
Yep.
And always thanks to Sal the Slab Guy for always providing me with that information. He's always giving. So also too, remember how we were saying we can always blame people. So if the info was ever wrong, you blame Sal the Slab Guy, and then he can tell you which site to go to blame as well.
You know, Sal's just making these up and giving you phony books and numbers, right?
Yeah.
I kind of think so because the other week I got the number wrong, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe you're wrong.
Oh man, don't let him send some of his friends over there to see you.
Hey, well, I've got, as you know, I may have certain toys around. They may think they're gonna get me, and they may step on something.
Sal's got connections with friends of his.
Oh.
Yeah, but I'm no stranger to breaking fingers off.
Mm-hmm.
Hey,
On accident.
Mexican and Irish, okay?
And don't forget that English too. Them.
Yeah, English, Irish. Look out.
Irish mob, Mexican mob,
Cartel.
and he's got the Englishman that'll curse you out in the Cockney accent.
Cut you, man. He'll cut you.
Hey, you got the knife.
Knife.
And and I've always been into horror movies, so I was. There's a picture of me when I was like 4 years old, and I got the Jason mask on, and I've climbed up on the bunk bed by my brother. So it's a pretty cool picture.
I was always into horror movies.
Yeah. But guys, now it's time. Now I can put you guys to work. Now it's time for me to get some more work because it's time for right or wrong. So you all know how it goes. I'll give you 5 statements, get right or wrong, and then we'll chat and go over them all. All right. So my first statement is, this is for everyone who's seen both movies. Superman Legacy was better than Fantastic Four First Steps.
True.
You say true. Not a lot. I mean, I really, really liked them both, but I liked Superman a little better. And it seems if you're a Marvel guy, you like FF better. If you're a DC guy, you like Superman better. It's pretty much how it's been breaking.
Me is a little more of a Marvel guy. I actually say right, but I would put Superman Legacy a little over Fantastic Four as much as I like him. Yeah.
Nice.
And then statement. Let's see. Mr. Keith also says right, and Booge also says right.
Ooh, look at that! We've got a run of it.
Yeah. So, number 2, there will be. This goes with the DCKO event. There will be one winner of the DCKO tournament. Meaning it's not going to be like, oh, there's this huge tie, nobody wins. There will be one specific winner.
You say right.
Right. I agree.
And I say right. And now we go on to number. Let's see. Oh, this one goes back to number 1. And Mr. Keith said, yeah, I'm more of a Marvel guy, but I like Superman more.
All right. Good for you. And the DCKO winner, I guess if everybody wants to give their power, if it's a boxing match, give it to Wildcat.
Here we go.
Hey, that'd be a good one for Wildcat in there. All right. Number 2, Mr. Keith said wrong. I said there would be one winner. And Booge said right. So Booge said right, Mr. Keith said wrong. I will go with right. I think there's going to be one specific winner.
Okay.
They haven't mentioned everybody who's going to be in there yet, Some people, Wonder Woman's going to be in there. Captain Atom's going to be in there. Guy Gardner's going to be in there. Lobo's going to be in there. So far, I'm just going to say, out of the ones mentioned, I'll put my money on Wonder Woman.
See, if Lobo wins, he would just tell Darkseid, all right, I already won. I don't care. The hell with it. Kill them. Kill the universe. I don't care.
And Mr. Keith says he just assumes that they'll find another solution. I can really see that happening. I'm guessing there's going to be one winner, but I could really see that happening.
I hope so.
Solution. Okay, number 3. Sonny Kruger does have the best beard.
Best beard.
Best beard.
Remember, I'm nominated for the CDC Awards.
Are we talking about in what we do, or just in general in the planet?
Just on Earth.
On
the galaxy.
Okay.
Just on Earth.
And I'm gonna say
I'll have
no.
to say no.
No, your beard isn't even big enough to hide your broken action figures. Then
I really could grow a bit bigger. I have before, but I like to trim it. You know.
See, now that would make, if you had a beard so big you could part it and then pull out broken action figures, then I'd say Sonny wins.
You would look cool with Sonny with one of those ones like the Vikings with braids in it, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe for a role one day.
Or like when was it Dan Aykroyd, his great Santa beard in Trading Places?
Oh yeah,
nasty and dirty and filthy. Yeah.
No, I keep my stuff clean. But you know what? Mr. Keith agrees with me and says number 3 is right.
Oh, Mr. Keith.
Boo says right, wrong. I think he accidentally typed it wrong.
Right, wrong. He said right, wrong.
Right, wrong.
That question broke him. He didn't know how to answer that question.
Number 4. You know what? This goes to how DC is right now, the history of the DC universe. Number 4, Marvel should make a history of the Marvel Universe series soon. So if they've had one before, a new updated one.
Yeah, I'll say right.
Yeah.
That's when I go with right. I'd like to see it, yeah. And then number 5. This one goes along with what we're reading today. We're reading some Garth Ennis. So I was thinking about some other stories he's written. Like I said, I love his run on The Punisher. Number 5. Garth Ennis should write a Wolverine series.
Ooh. Yes. I might actually read that.
Yeah. And you know what? Double down and make it Wolverine during the war.
Ooh.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
That'd be a wild one. All right, so when it came to number 4, Booge and Mr. Keith had both said right. So now, let's see. Yeah, so that was my number 5. That was my 5th statement. Was Garth Ennis should write a Wolverine series. So then we'll go over a little bit of chatting of when it came to number 1. Number 1 was Superman Legacy was better than Fantastic Four First Steps, and we were all actually in agreement, and we all said right. Yeah,
Nice.
I think it was a bit better. So. And then Mr. Keith was like me. We were both Marvel guys, but we picked Superman. And then, number 2 was there would be one winner of the DCKO tournament. And I said right. And Mr. Keith had said wrong, that he assumed that there would be another solution. So like you were saying, who was it who you were saying? Again.
Wildcat?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, the Wildcat should.
Well, no, I'm just saying if it's just boxing and everybody gives all their powers to Wildcat and he has to box Darkseid, sure, but I don't think that's gonna happen.
Okay, so I think, but it'd be cool if it'd be a smart choice. You know what? I'm not too sure what Earth he's from. I'm seeing the future if somebody wins. So right now, those mentioned,
Darkseid would put rocks in his boxing gloves because that's what his hands are.
Yeah.
So he's cheating already.
Well, there are quite a few fighters already. I'm a big mixed martial arts fan. I don't know how many have gone with the name Hands of Stone,
Roberto Duran. Yeah, the first one I remember.
Boxing, yeah. Yeah, Roberto Duran, like I said, he had a boxing legend. And then MMA's had quite a few fighters to use it. But like I said, Roberto Duran is still the most known one for Hands of Stone. But when it comes to the tournament, like I said, those mentioned, like Wonder Woman, Guy Gardner, Lobo. Right now, I guess I'd have to pick Wonder Woman. But I'm seeing this thing, because I think it's going to be getting certain DC characters from different universes. I'm seeing a Superman winning it. Does anybody know the universe? I'm seeing the Black Superman winning it.
That's President Superman.
His name is President Superman?
Well, he's president of his planet. Yeah.
Well, then I was going to say, if he becomes a part of the tournament, I'm pinning my money on President Superman. I just see
There you
him.
go.
He's a good character. He's a popular character. He's just going to become bigger and bigger throughout the years. Maybe this is his time. Maybe he will win that tournament. And well, it makes sense for a Superman to duke it out with Darkseid. You know,
I agree.
mostly just a regular character. So that's who my money would be on. And then we went number 3, and we went with right that Sonny Kruger does have the
No,
best
no, we
beard.
did not. Kenny Rogers has the best beard, or had the best beard.
But I mean, like on Earth right now.
It's not. You know what? Jeff Bridges is Big Lebowski.
No, but that's in movie universe though. I don't think he has that anymore.
Mike, help me out. What's a better beard than that thing Sonny's got on his face?
I would say the what's his name's beard from Bad Santa.
Oh no, Billy Bob.
Billy Bob.
No, my beard beats Billy Bob's. But I do love Bad Santa though.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
Bad Santa is a cinematic marvel.
Yeah, I do love that one. I don't know how many times.
And there we go. We're back to the boxing. One of the greatest boxing scenes ever.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, a triple nut punch. Come on. How do you get better?
Yeah. Mr. Keith says, and here I thought I was watching a ZZ Top cover band.
Oh, nice.
Okay. So, Billy Gibbons, Dusty Hill had beards. The drummer did not have a beard. What is his name?
Beard.
Frank Beard.
Frank Beard.
Oh, wow.
Frank Beard,
Frank Beard without the beard.
was the drummer and did not have a beard. I mean, you just can't make that shit up. Come on now. And ZZ Top, I have seen in person.
Yeah, me
They
too.
were great. Oh my goodness, what a great band!
Yeah.
What a great little band from Texas, as they
Ha,
say.
ha, ha, ha.
You know.
Boys, did they play Rough Boy?
Yes, they played Rough
Nice.
Boy. Of course, they played Pearl Necklace. You know,
Legs.
song.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
legs.
Oh, Legs is so good. Sharp Dressed Man.
Legs was the song for one of my high school girlfriends. She had the gams on her, you know.
And that started the whole PT Cruiser phrase, bringing those back. And the video, those 2 videos for Legs and Sharp Dressed Man, those were a reason to stay home and watch MTV, waiting for those to come back.
Oh yeah.
See, Sonny, back in the
Good old
day,
days before my
MTV
time, right?
showed videos.
Yeah, music
There were
TV.
music videos on MTV. I know it's foreign to you younger generation guys, but that's what they did.
There was music
For the reality.
on TV.
Music, television.
Yeah.
Good times before I was born.
Before the days of the interwebs.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least now I got the internet, so we always just type it in.
Yeah.
But anyway, number 4 was that Marvel should make a History of the Marvel Universe series soon. We're all pretty much right. Yeah, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
And then number 5 was Garth Ennis should write a Wolverine series. And we were all with right. But Mr. Keith had also said that he wants to see how Ennis writes Alpha Flight. That'd be pretty cool. I think it'd be a different take on them.
Yeah.
I would like to see that. Maybe I'd even pick that even more than Wolverine to see take an Alpha Flight.
I don't know if Ennis has ever written a super team. Or, he hasn't done a whole lot of superhero work. He did a Batman miniseries a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But he usually stays away from that stuff. But a super team, that would really be, I don't know what, Ennis would probably kill half the team.
It would certainly be a memorable story.
Yeah,
We'll have to ask him. We'll have to ask him when we see
There
him.
you go.
Yeah, there's a high body count in everything he does.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, certain Alpha Flight's not the most. It's not going to be the most devastating to see certain Alpha Flight characters get killed
See
off.
Puck get wasted.
Poor
I think
Puck.
it'd be-
Eugene Judd, poor fella.
Or boxer.
Box, that's right.
All right, but guys, there we go. There we have it for right or wrong. That was my
Right.
5 statements. And now that brings us to our random panel of the week. Before I do that, I forgot to mention again. Back to how Thundercats had won the Variant Insanity, the most variants of the week. Sale had done this, so I should read it since he did put his work
Okay.
into it. The Thundercats, he put the writer was Declan Shalvey, the artist was Drew Moss, and the cover artist, the one we see here, was Lucio Perillo.
All right. Well, that's a fetching cover. Like I said, it's Thundercat Fabio.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thundercat Fabio. Yeah, I'm like, I Sale did that work. I can't just skip over it. I gotta. He does all this stuff for Codex. I can't just ignore all.
Yes, he does.
Yes.
Yeah. And then, but then we went to the right or wrong, and Boo says there should always be a high body count. Let's go with the Garth Ennis stories.
Body count.
It's baked into the recipe. If you're reading an Ennis book, there will be a high body count.
Yeah. I wonder if there's anywhere there wasn't, like if there was like how that would be a Garth Ennis story with no like killing. Be odd.
Wow.
And Boo says Ennis should write a book called High Body Count.
Boosh, he wrote a cop book. He 2 miniseries called Red Team. Mike, did you get those?
Yep.
Oh, so good. Red Team is the first one, and the second one was Red Team Double Tap.
Maybe Dirty Dicks didn't have a high body count.
You know what? Low hygiene count, but
Low hygiene count.
Low hygiene count.
I have one of those issues. I'm trying to think if I have issue 1 or issue 2.
We
I
had
have all of them.
Listen, Mike and I had something special. We had
Yeah.
Garth Ennis and Russ Braun sign our Dirty Dicks.
Yes, we did.
Wow.
There you go.
The way
And
that
Russ's
sounds.
comment was, "I can't get away from this fucking book."
Yeah.
The way they just sounds. I might. Yeah. All right. Maybe we'll save that talk for when we have our uncensored episode when we
Oh, there we
review
go.
the pro. But all right. But guys, now it's time for a random panel of the week.
Can't wait for this one.
And there we go.
Wow.
But the Cape Crusader recovers quickly and he shoots his Batpoon at Superman. And Superman says he's fired his Batpoon. No time to duck. Apparently, the Batpoon is even faster than a speeding bullet.
See, I thought when Batwoman dressed up like that and they got together, that's when Batpoon came into play. But, I guess I'm just wrong.
No, Batpoon.
So, yeah. So,
So that is from World's Finest, number 163.
I own that issue. So there you go.
So there you go. You got the random panel of the week.
I have the Rando Batpoon.
Yeah. The Batpoon. Guys, you've read more comics than I have. Have you seen the Batpoon in any other comic books?
I don't remember seeing that. I haven't, I have that issue of World's Finest. I don't believe I've read it, but if I had, I certainly would have remembered the Batpoon. I have the issue where Batman slaps the hell out of Robin. I have that great, that great World's Finest, and that's in like 150s or 160s too. But I've not seen the Batpoon. Wow, that's just.
And Mr. Keith said, did Batman buy that from the toy aisle in CVS?
Well, why is Superman worried about the Batpoon?
I guess it's that fast. He's like, you don't have time to duck. I'm like, wow.
Is it got kryptonite?
Wayne the sweet Batpoon tang. I like that little mosquito. Yeah.
There you go. See, Batpoon.
Yeah, Wayne dang that sweet Batpoon tang.
Maybe he just doesn't want, Superman just doesn't want to be smacked with a Batpoon. That's all. What's the tip like?
No. Mr. Keith says, this is nitpicking, but why is that not a sold-out stadium? I would wonder that, too, why they're not fighting. Maybe they're on another planet or something.
All right, well, because the yellow behind him, that's the batter's eye, and they have to have that so the batter can see the ball coming in. It's in a baseball stadium.
There you go.
See, that could be legitimate because if you look at the
sounded good to me. You said it was
well.
Actually,
sounds real.
I'm just throwing out, but actually on the Major League Baseball stadiums, you do see that in the outfield like that. That's called the batter's eye, where they have something that when the pitch is thrown at them, the background is something that is not like a jumble of fans or multicolored. It's just one color, and it's called the batter's eye. See.
Peanuts, popcorn.
Yeah, Cracker Jack. Batpoon.
Let's
Get
get
your
the guy
Batpoon.
raising his hands
Everybody-
to the vendor. Oh yeah, I
Yep.
do see that
Yep.
kind of.
Yep.
Hot
Everybody
dog.
step right up. Get your Batpoon. Get your Batpoon.
Yeah,
I
he's
wonder
just
how many
bored. He's like, who
flavors
are
that-
these guys? Yeah,
How many flavors does Batpoon come in?
I don't know.
Come on.
Molly
God.
flavor.
There you go, tamale flavored. Thank you for giving us an info, Boosh.
I would have thought tuna, but that's just me.
All right, guys, there's our random panel of the week. Batpoon. Well, who knows?
Well,
Will we
page
see it?
14.
Yeah, it's page 14 of World's Finest 163. And now it's time we go off to a certain list. But before you guys missed it, I'll show you who joined the list last week. Last week was Jing Genie who joined the list. Sal had actually guessed her history right. He's like, oh, does she get her power from like drinking gin? I'm like, well, yeah, she gets from getting drunk, so it could be from gin. So
Nice.
But
Was
this-
that from the Mike Allred X-Force series?
Yeah, that was yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
But she was on the
Not
Legion
my
of
favorite.
Superheroes.
Not my favorite.
No Legion, surprisingly, no.
The
I
Legion
know-
of drunk superheroes.
Well, Gary, that would have been funny if you accidentally grabbed the Brown Lantern one. There you go.
I know the difference.
All right, here we go.
Brown Lantern rings right here, bud.
A whole bag of them.
They're sealed. And Chris made them smell bad, too.
But now I'll get to the real intro of the F list. Today, joining the F list is Doctor Domino.
Oh, my.
Oh, boy.
Wow.
There he is. We got a purple
Wow.
cape, a domino head. Yeah. Even his
Domino
outfit is-
chest.
yeah, domino chest, yeah, all over. Dr.
His
Domino.
Belt, domino belt.
Yeah.
3.
Is he holding a harpoon?
I don't know what that is. That's the
Batpoon?
Batpoon. He caught the Batpoon.
Oh, it's a Batpoon.
Yep.
Well, hey, he's taking on. Look at that. There's
Oh,
Wonder Woman being
whoa,
taken
what-
away.
Whoa.
Here we go. Now we go. Dr. Domino.
And somebody says, it's like, Dr. Domino, you've killed Wonder Woman. And Dr. Domino says, that's the name of the game, Tracy. And that's the price you'll pay if you don't give me what I want.
Wonder
Wow.
Woman's all splayed out.
Dude,
Yeah.
he's right here. And right here, I don't know. Like, the art looks a bit odd. Like, now the cape is up to.
Okay, so that domino
that's
head's
sad.
photoshopped. I know that's AI. That's not real.
Hey, there he is. There he is again. Yeah.
He's appeared a lot. What the hell? Never seen this clown.
Phosphorus.
Dr. Domino. Yeah.
Mm.
All
Wow.
right, everybody. Which one of you guys? Anybody want to take a guess as to the history of Dr. Domino? And Boo says, yeah, a lot of holes in his choice. A lot of holes in this choice.
Wow.
I say that he was an avid gamer and he broke into a gaming factory at night and accidentally got sucked into the domino making machine, and it somehow turned him into Dr. Domino.
It hit his head. The press hit his head and turned his head into a domino.
Anybody want to give him a? Does anybody know his real name?
Yeah. Bert Box.
Fats Domino.
Oh, I like that. Fats Domino. Perfect.
No, Fats Domino.
I was gonna say Bert Boxcar, but I like that.
Guys,
I love Fats Domino is great.
Fats Domino. Guys, you might be right because he actually doesn't technically have a name. He's just known as Dr. Domino, and he's only appeared in one comic book.
All those images were from one book.
All from Wonder Woman number 205, came out in 1973.
I own that book.
Now you have to read it.
Yeah.
Now I gotta know. Gotta know about Dr. Domino.
He is not on the cover. I can tell you that for a damn fact.
No. And he was
205. I won't think that's Nubia on the cover. I think of 205.
I think there's a side story for her, yeah. So created Dr. Domino was created by Robert Knier and Don Heck.
I can't believe Hammaker made that. Wow.
Yeah.
And Don Heck.
What the heck?
And then Boo says Wile E. Coyote was a terrible influence on this guy.
Yeah.
And yeah, so like I said, he only appeared in this one comic book, and in the story, he's in a ship, dealing with all his stuff. Wonder Woman goes see what's going on. They attack. They take Wonder Woman, as you can see, taking her away. And then Doctor Domino says to put Wonder Woman on a bomb, on a missile, to send her to the Amazon, to blow up the Amazon and to blow up New York.
If that's the cover I'm thinking, that's a great cover.
And he's, like I said, not on the cover.
I know he's not on the cover because I've never seen that clown.
Yeah, so then what happens is she's riding. She rides the missile.
She's riding the bomb.
Yeah, she rides the bomb back to old Dr. Domino, and it blows up the ship. So it's unknown if Dr. Domino is dead or not, but he never returned. Him and his domino head never returned after that bomb hit the ship.
That was for the best.
You
know how she defeated him? There was like 10 other guys that looked just like him, and she lined them up and pushed the first one over.
That would be a perfect ending.
Yeah, really.
Especially when you get a character like this, and when you look at that head, in the comic book itself, he, he's just like a regular villain. If you're not looking at him, you're just hearing what he's saying. Like, he's just a regular bad guy.
He's such a loser. It doesn't even say it's the first appearance of Dr. Domino on here. Here's the cover. You see that?
It does not even. Let me make you a bit bigger and get
that
picture.
See, it's a great cover. She's splayed out riding that bomb.
Very phallic.
Yeah, that's it.
It's like an eggplant, doesn't it? Look at that. So there you go.
She's up there, like I said, no even mention of Dr. Domino.
I own that book, but I've not read that book.
Now I want it because I wanted the first appearance of Dr. Domino.
Gotta have it.
He's not even listed.
Nice booze.
What Boosh put?
And let's see. He says he can make pretty good pizza.
Oh, very good.
There you
He
go.
retired from crime fighting.
And his arch villain's the Noid.
Yeah. Or Little Caesar, maybe.
Oh.
And Mr. Keats says, I will admit this guy looks fun to draw. Hey, it could be fun to draw, yeah. Okay, so guys, when it comes to Dr. Domino, for me, other than his head, he was an alright villain that there's not much to him. There's not much about him. Just he's bad. He was going to blow things up. I think if they brought him back, do a bit of a retcon, got to get a different mask, he possibly could make it out of the F list one day in the future with the retcon, different mask. But I say right now, with that mask, he has to go in.
See ya.
He's on the F list. I mean, come on. That the head alone makes him on the F list.
The chest hair.
And he has he's got a puffy pirate shirt on. He doesn't deserve. He only appeared once. He couldn't even appear a second time. So he's got to go.
Yeah. So everybody, Dr. Domino goes onto the F list, and even
Quack, quack.
that is truly one of the worst helmets or masks anybody's ever had. And then Bruce says he could probably work in the Tick universe. And
Yes, he could work
I
in
agree
the
with
Tick
that.
universe.
I saw there's somebody from the Tick named like Chippendale or something. A guy with like a cheer head. I was like, maybe that guy can join. When I saw stuff for Dr. Domino, it was showing similar, and there was somebody like that chair head. Dan Kelly, he loves the Tick and knows a lot of those characters. So maybe
He does.
ask him about
Batmanuel.
Chippendale, yeah. So there you go. There was Dr. Domino. I was able to find an older character that you guys weren't so familiar with, and surprise you. I've got more F listers that I don't always just have to go to Savage Dragon for you guys. Every now and then I can find one.
Oh, that Savage Dragon well is deep though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, deep. It's nasty. It's bloody. It's filled with poop and poop and blood and pus. Yeah.
Anything that can ooze out of a human body is in that Savage Dragon well.
Yeah. If we go on, Mr. Keith says, yeah, all that after getting his doctorate in dominoes.
Mm.
Imagine if he plays dominoes and stinks at it.
No, that would just be wrong. Nobody want to play him because he cheats.
And then that's why he steals
He's
boats
a
and
ringer.
tries to blow up places. But yeah, so Dr. Domino, he's the loser that goes into the F list. And now, guys, it's time we jump on to our review. But first of all, I don't want anybody crying. Well, there's no crying during this review. You get what I mean when we go over this story.
It's not manly.
No,
Yes.
it's not. What a man does.
What a man does, takes a deep breath.
Yeah, there you go. So, okay, everybody, we are reviewing Pride and Joy by Garth Ennis and John Higgins. So, here we go. We got Jimmy Cavanaugh. We see his life. He's got his son Patrick and his daughter Rachel, and we know that they have lost their mother. So, Jimmy is a widower. His wife Sarah has passed away, and his life is going on. Things seem kind of regular. We see that there's two men who escaped from prison, Lenny and Jerry. And somebody's after them. They're on the run. And then, eventually Jimmy gets a call from a man named Stein. And this man, now he knows this man is after him. So basically, quickly, Jimmy takes his children, Patrick and Rachel, and they go on the run, also with Lenny and Jerry. They're all on the run from Stein. Stein is a man from the past that Jimmy, he hired, he went to get Jimmy, Lenny and Jerry to help him with a job, and then they turned on him, but he had the gun to Jimmy, and Jimmy turned around, actually knocked him out, and then got him arrested in prison. So now Stein is out. He is a brutal killer, a sick, brutal killer who was after them. That's pretty much what this story is about, but there's a lot more. This is a 4-issue miniseries. This, I think, guys, is a true hidden gem. This is a story I didn't hear anything about until you guys mentioned it. It was hard to find, even online, even info about it. It's a very hard. Yeah, I'm like, man, this story is just so unknown, and I think wrongfully so, because I think this is a terrific story. There's, like I said, I basically told you what it's about. They're on the run. There's this guy coming to kill them. There's so much more to it than that. One thing I love is there's a lot about what it means to be a man, and how we were teasing about the no crying, and Richard says, yeah, there's no crying on the Codex.
No crying on the
Just said
Codex.
Tom Hanks.
Are you crying? Are you crying?
So, yeah, there are parts in here. One thing with the dialogue, although it seemed like they said Jesus Christ every other page, I love the dialogue, how real and raw it was, especially Jimmy and his son Patrick. Patrick kind of was like, whatever, he kind of always has something to say, and sometimes Jimmy snaps at him like, I'm sick of your effing mouth, I'm sick of this. And Patrick is very emotional. He starts to cry, and there was one fight where he starts to cry, and you see Jimmy roll his eyes, and he's like, every time we talk, you do that. And that Jimmy was raised in a way also by his father, taught that you don't ever cry, that you're a man, you don't cry. So there's a lot of talk about that, of what it means to be a man. And there were some, for the story about what it means to be a man and men don't cry, there's some really emotional parts, especially the part when they go over, when Jimmy is having flashbacks. He's shot and he's having flashbacks,
Mm-hmm.
especially the scene with his wife. I thought that it was extremely touching when she even says, you can come to, you're doing that thing again. It seems like such a real conversation, the way she's like, you're doing that thing when you breathe in, that macho guy. And then she says, he starts to say her name, and she says, you can come to me. And she says, nobody's looking, you can cry. And she kisses him, and he's crying. I thought that part was truly, really touching. So if anybody cried reading that part, I would not blame anybody. I wouldn't tease any guy for crying for that part. That was a very good part.
Did you tear up?
I felt a bit emotional, but I don't ever let it. I'm one of those. I am old school in that sense, where I don't let anything fall. But like I said, if there was a guy who cried for that, I wouldn't blame him for that. Extremely touching. And then the action, the violence is brutal. Like we said, it's Garth Ennis, so it's got to be brutal. And some of the parts really brutal. There are certain little things with it, like one of the parts, Stein cuts Lenny, and he's like, "You cut my balls off." And then the next issue was like, "No, it wasn't that. he was stabbed. I was like, wait, how would he not?
He just stabbed you in the ass.
Yeah. I said, well, thank God, I've never been stabbed or never been stabbed like that. I hope to never be stabbed, but if I was to be stabbed, hopefully it's not near any of my genitals. But I would think that I would know the difference between, my testicles and my butt.
Yeah, well, he's stabbed in the area, in the general area. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's a really strong story. Like I said, I truly think a real hidden gem that, a lot of people.
It's actually from 1997.
Yeah, 1997. Yeah, because even too when they talk back about like certain wars, it's like, oh yeah, because like when they're going back to the past with Jimmy and Lenny and Jerry and Stein, that was in the 70s, and then when Jimmy's father talks, he's talking about an older war. He's not talking about Vietnam.
He's World War. Yeah, Jimmy's father. His father was a World War II vet, and a lot of his worldview is based on what his father's worldview was. Yeah.
So, guys, I'm going to pass it over to you guys for a little bit and let you guys take over and hear some of your thoughts on Pride and Joy.
For me, classic crime noir in the style of like Brubaker. Love it. The kind of mafia kind of to vibe to it. It's got plus the the main character is on a kind of a redemption arc in a sense, for sins of the past, and that's what it says. Who will pay for the sins of the past for the father, or who will pay for the sins of the father, So just
Bush coming in saying, yeah, Sonny cried. No, I did not cry. No book has ever made me cry, and only one movie has ever made me cry.
What movie made you cry?
Terms of Endearment.
Wow. Okay.
And I was a little kid, and I bawled my eyes out when it was over.
Fatal Attraction made me cry.
I love Fatal Attraction.
No, I'm not movie.
And even Bruce says, this is the first time he's ever heard of the book. Yes, mine too, until these guys recommended it, and then I was like, okay, I gotta find this to read. It was not easy, but I highly recommend it.
Some gunplay, buddy.
Oh yeah. You get some brutal killing in every issue, but that's to be expected,
So this book is about the sins of the father. It's about family. It's about expectations of what it is to be a man. It's about his wife, his ex-wife having a pretty good bullshit meter, telling him, basically trying to rewire him that's crap. It's about father and son not connecting. It's about a little girl that still worships her daddy, and he's trying to raise these kids in a circumstance where they've lost their mother. Their mother's died of cancer. And then this boogeyman, Stein is a boogeyman from the past, what he is.
Emotion.
And he just comes back on the scene, and there is a brutal scene pretty early on where he thinks he's got the kids safely put somewhere that is just haunting.
Oh yeah.
Haunting scene. And Stein leaves a little note there that is just nasty. So this guy, all these characters, this little crew that our main lead that he ran with, they're all scared to death of Stein. And Stein has gotten out of jail after 20 years, 22 years.
Yeah.
And he's got an axe to grind. And he is on a revenge tour. And this is just a brutal book. And you find out about what happened, that night where 22 years ago, where everything went wrong, and how things happened, and how Jimmy moved on with his life. But there were certain things that happened that he has to maybe atone for. All the while he's trying to, make this relationship between him and his son, who's very distant and alienated since his wife died, work. So it's something. I remember reading this, and this was the first time I'm like, who the hell wrote this? And I believe this was my first exposure to Garth Ennis. And it may, it's one of these things, you're reading it and you have to know who the writer is, because you're like, oh my God. And this book, I have the miniseries somewhere. So, Mike, did you get it in the miniseries or just in the trade?
Just a trade.
Yeah, I have the miniseries somewhere where I bought it off the rack, and oh my goodness, it's just amazing. And I remember thinking, this is just fantastic. You know, I like the art. The art was very moody, and I thought it fit the characters very well. You know, I think there's some artists that can portray violence better than others, and I think Higgins did a pretty good job of portraying violence. You know, so and like Mike said, it's a noir. That's exactly what it is. You know, your noir crime writers are Ennis or Rucka, and what's his face, Mike? You said a minute ago,
Brubaker.
Brubaker. Those are your guys, man. Those are your big three in noir right now. And this book, it hits all the buttons for me, man.
Yeah, it's a good one.
So, all right, guys. Ratings.
I will give it a good solid 8 out of 10. You know, it's a solid book. It's a solid read. Art is a little rough at times in some situations, but great story, you know, great Garth Ennis story. So about 8.5 out of 10. 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10. When it comes to the art, would you say my one little issue is once in a while the characters' faces would seem a little similar to the others? And I was like, wait a minute, is that so and so? Would you say that was your issue with the art or no?
Some of it, and some of it would be like a little too cartoonish, you know. In some aspects, he would portray them, and it would be like, I don't know, I don't know.
I like the art. Maybe the art wasn't as technically as nice as others, but I think the mood was perfect. The art was very moody, and I liked that, and I felt it fit the story. So I'm good with the art. I'm gonna give the whole story pride and joy. I'm giving it a 9.5.
9.5.
9.5 for me.
Me? Well, my one thing when I say with pride and joy, you know, I didn't get to read it in actual comic book form, but once I was done, I added it to some wish lists. Now I'll be on the hunt for it. I would love to go over it again in actual book form. If I had to pick my biggest issue, I said there were like some little things like that with the art. Like I felt it went good together. Like I said, moody because this is a dark, grimy story. Well, every now and then the faces would be like, wait, so and so looks very like so and so, but that's not much to me. If anything, I'd say, and as you mean, it's a compliment too that I would want it to be longer. I almost felt that maybe one more issue would have been better. Maybe to the issue 3 is mostly the flashback. Maybe it would have liked that still be issue 3, but maybe like 2 after it. Maybe let the story go on a little bit longer. But like I said, that's a compliment. If I was not enjoying it, I'd be like, oh, just get this over with. But I really enjoy the story. I think this is an awesome, super underrated story. So I highly recommend Pride and Joy. And I, Sonny Kruger, on the Codex Podcast with the Codex Station, give Pride and Joy, like Uncle Gary, a 9.5 out of 10.
Very solid.
Perfect story.
Solid.
Yeah. So it was worth the wait. Like I said, I was just like, guys, you guys picked it. I didn't want to just say, do an episode without me, but I wanted to find it, and I'm like, okay, I gotta read it. So eventually I was able to. It was worth the wait. I'm glad we stuck with it and we did read it. And like I said, now I look forward to getting it in actual comic book form.
Good luck. I'm sure it's out of print, but good luck finding
other sellers. Yeah.
But you could get the 4-issue miniseries too. That might even be easier than the trade. But yeah, but I'm glad that you enjoyed it that way. And I know for me, it's not as enjoyable to read it online as it is the whole book. So,
I thought, we all love to read our actual comic
because there's one page where you turn the page and there's a 2-page spread of violence. That's wow.
Yeah, because but that page near the end and. The way they outline I'm like, oh, that's 2 pages, but I'm like, yeah, I'm sure looking at it, the artwork probably pops out way more. And it's a big scene when it happens. It's constantly, it's a huge scene.
Absolutely.
So Pride and Joy, we highly recommend this underrated Garth Ennis and John Higgins story. And, how we were talking about how I did not cry while reading it, but I did cry after watching Terms of Endearment when I was like 6. Just give me a break. Bruce said, and Steel Magnolia, Sonny.
I cried watching Full Metal Jacket.
It's a classic movie.
When she said, "No, you're too buku," and I said, "Oh no, it's too buku."
I thought you were going to say another part when a woman says something. She's so.
I am in a world of Joker.
Okay, so I'll admit I cried during the episode of MASH when Radar left.
I'm not too familiar with MASH. I know. Was it the last one or no?
No, when the last
Okay.
when the last episode. It was I don't know, it was midway through the run, but it was maybe 3/4 through the run when Radar left. And he was famous for having his little teddy bear. And Radar, they were having a going away party for him, and he could always hear the choppers before they'd get there. And the choppers came in, and so right in the middle of his party, they had to go to surgery, and he's in his dress uniform, and he's waiting to leave, and he looks through the operating room door, and Hawkeye, who never salutes anybody, is working on a patient and sees him, and with a bloody hand saluted him, and that was kind of a big deal. And then Radar's gone. And after this long, grueling surgery ordeal that everybody went through, Honeycutt, Hawkeye, and Colonel Potter go back to the swamp, which was Honeycutt and Hawkeye's tent, and they're going to get a drink. And as they're getting a drink, Potter looks over the bunk and says, "Boys." And on the bunk, Radar left his teddy bear. And I remember that made me cry when I watched that as a young man, probably teenager. I'm sure I was a teenager when that was on. That made me cry, seeing Radar's teddy bear there.
And then even Bush comes in with the story. Says, "OG King Kong made me cry." In my defense, I was like 5 years old.
Oh yeah,
King Kong.
they root for the Kong.
Yeah. Mike, we're all talking about our crying times.
Yep.
Mike, do you have any story of crying?
Oh, let me see. I don't know.
When I was a
He's
kid,
never cried in his life.
When I was a kid, I used to get more upset in movies when animals would die than people.
Oh yeah, Old Yeller. Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. All like a baby.
The Yearling. Yeah. These animal movies, when the animals would die, you get more upset than when people would die.
Except for Bambi, because when they shot the mother, I was thinking, man, venison. That's great.
There we go. You know?
I mean, my family was a bunch of hunters and stuff like that.
That was your stomach talking.
Yeah, I was like,
and you've never had barbecued venison. You don't know what you're missing there, buddy.
But there we go. So we've everybody except for Mighty Mike has had our moments when we've cried.
Well, Mike said he cried during Full
Old Yeller.
Oh, you just said Full. Okay, Full. So I was thinking about the Bambi stuff.
Yeah.
So there you go. Everybody, we've all cried. As manly as we are, we've all cried at some point.
Maybe Hoosiers. When Jimmy Chitwood went to make that last shot.
Oh, that was great. Yeah, the great Gene Hackman. I was just watching a special on him the other day when he tells them, "Okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to fake it. They're going to expect Jimmy to make the final shot, but we're going to fake it. He's going to be a decoy, and we're going to let Ray make the shot." And then and Coach says, "What's wrong with you guys?" And Jimmy says, "I'll make it." He says, "All right, go ahead." And Jimmy makes the shot.
Yep.
That was a
great movie.
That is one of my, God, that might be a top 10 movie for me. It's definitely one of the top sports movies.
Yeah.
It's definitely a top 5 sports movie for me.
I think one of the
'86 Dennis Hopper had a true comeback.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of the greatest scenes in that is when they're measuring the court.
Yes.
When he's like, okay, it's the free throw line is this, and the height of the basket is that, and it's exactly the same as our court.
Yeah, when they go into that big arena that these kids from a small town had never been in a building that size, and they were in awe. And then he has them measure the like Mike said, from the foul line to the end line, and then from the height of the basket. He says, "I think you'll see that these dimensions are the same as we had back home." And they're like, oh, "Okay." that was a great subtle move. Hackman was so good in that movie.
Yeah.
And when you guys back to when you were talking about animals dying, Bruce said that he still hates watching animals die. Humans, on the other hand.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Keith said the death of Optimus Prime.
Ooh.
And yeah, Bruce said it was a rough one. And then, let's see, Mr. Keith said, only years later did I realize Weird Al Yankovic gets played in a Transformers movie.
I had no idea.
I wonder what song it was.
Yeah, but everybody, yeah. So there we go. Little news from everybody from the Codex Station. We all cry at times. Though not much, because we're still manly. We barely ever
That's
cry.
what a man does.
But
We're holding their breath.
if you need to cry, you cry, and no judgment, no kink shaming, no cry shaming.
Yep.
That is right. Like I said, as much as we tease, and even as the story even shows, I don't want to give too much away from it because I'm sure a lot of people didn't read it.
Yep.
It basically does show that.
This book has men crying in it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. It's okay.
It's okay.
As long as you're not playing baseball.
No crying in baseball.
No crying in
That's
baseball.
right. But other than that, everybody.
Which is another great sports movie.
Yeah. But everybody, other than that, go ahead, cry if you need to, laugh if we make you laugh, enjoy yourselves, and thank you again for joining us on the Codex Podcast. We were joined by Mighty Mike Harbor up there.
Thank you, everyone.
The Ric Flair of comic books himself,
Woo!
Uncle Gary, and you got me, Sonny Kruger. And if you feel like making yourself, maybe you do want to cry, feel free to check out some of my books. Just look me up, Sonny Kruger. Should lead you to me, and my stories on Wattpad are under my username, Sono the Writer. They won't all make you cry. Maybe some will, though.
Nice.
There you go.
And then, Codex. Maybe if you're feeling sad, if you're a Sonny Kruger book, they're not all sad. Some may make you happy. But remember, the Codex Station always has stuff going on, multiple shows every single week. Today we had the Codex Podcast, and tomorrow is Comic Character of the Week. Once again, Uncle Gary, who's the man you're taking on?
Forge from the X-Men.
Forge.
So check that out again. Thank you, Ray. Thank you, Boosh.
Thank you, Boosh. Thanks for watching, buddy.
And thank you, Mr. Keith.
Mr.
Seen
Keith,
great
appreciate
show.
you.
And Boosh says, I'm going to go cry right now just for the heck of it.
You
know
go.
what?
Let it out.
Get a good cry.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Just let it all out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, everybody. You all take care. Have
Peace
a good
out.
night. I'm going to go not cry.
Gonna go have some cinnamon and sloppy joe.
Sloppy Joes,
Cinnamon toast.
Yes.
which will make whoever's in the room with him cry.
And thank you. Thank you, Bill.
Thanks, Bill.